Unit 8. Speaker 1.
If you are wondering what it is like to be a software developer, this post is for you. I'm going to share with you my experience in leading a small team. Our skills are always in demand by most companies worldwide, and most interestingly, we have the power to build things ourselves. Oh yes, in case you are curious, we are also among the highest paid jobs, and technically, skilled developers earn thousands per month. Sounds interesting? Well, let's talk about the job. If the daily routine of a software developer sounds boring to you, you'll probably not do very well at it. I code at work daily, and the key to being an effective developer is to enjoy it. I usually look through the details, and with the context in mind, I open my code editor and start working on the folders and files that make up our company's product code base. Next, I attend daily stand-up meetings that last around 20 minutes with the team's developers, product manager, and designer to help facilitate constant communication. Developing software is a team sport, and this is when we get to troubleshoot potential problems. Sometimes, we work on multi-day problems, and it can be pretty stressful and demoralizing, but because a development task always has a clear, achievable end state, we always succeed in a matter of time. Can you imagine the joy we have of having solved a difficult problem? That's what it feels to be a software developer, picking a problem, understanding it, and trying to build a solution, and the cycle goes on.
Speaker 2.
I'm a physiotherapist, and my day involves anything from working with patients who have neurological, cardiovascular or respiratory conditions to liaising with other healthcare professionals. I usually start my day by preparing the treatment room, reviewing the patient list and treatment plans, as well as organizing activities and equipment for the session. My patients come in at 8 a.m. If I'm seeing the patient for the first time, I will first assess the nature and extent of their problems. This involves examining and observing the patient. Sometimes, I ask the patient to perform various exercises, so that I can identify the issues they are facing and put together a suitable treatment plan. The session may also include massage techniques, stretching and exercising, as well as the use of treatments like acupuncture and intramuscular stimulation. These sessions usually last between 30 minutes to an hour, depending on the nature of the problem. For patients on follow-up visits, I include new exercises which they can perform at home to improve their condition. Most of my patients have different conditions that include sports injuries, stroke, and even intensive care requiring chest physiotherapy.
Speaker 3.
If you are someone who enjoys meeting people and convincing them with what you have to offer, then this is the job for you. As sales representatives, we are not glued to our desks 9 to 5. We lead hectic lives, moving between tasks, making endless calls, meeting people, traveling extensively, and facing new challenges. Success doesn't come easily, but we earn it by thinking on our feet, working smart, handling pressure, and organizing our skills. Convincing a buyer is not easy, as most buyers come to a decision after comparing products and services. Hence, industry knowledge is vital, and we constantly read and keep a lookout for updates in the industry. My day starts early, and I usually exercise before having a healthy breakfast that will give me the energy to face a long, hectic day at work. Next, I take some time in dressing, as outfits and accessories are confidence boosters that give us the professional look and tell customers that we are serious in our work. On my way to work, I listen to updates on the industry, and when I get into the office, I read up to get more knowledge on buyer insights and challenges in the market. A quick stand-up meeting with my team helps us oversee our targets and brainstorm sales pitches. Then comes the most routine part of our work, sending out emails and making scheduled calls. Talking to prospective customers is a must, as I get insights to help solve their problems. To make it big, a sales rep must always plan ahead. Planning keeps procrastination at bay and increases our productivity.
Speaker 4.
When I tell people what I do for a living, they always remark on what an exciting life I must lead. They think the life of a photographer is like how it is portrayed in movies: turn up for a shoot, press a few buttons on a set that's ready and wait before snapping the shots. Well, reality is far from what we see in movies. Several weeks before the shoot day, the client rings up or sends an email requesting a quote. Once that's done, we discuss their ideas and give some suggestions. Sometimes it takes hours or even days before the client is fully satisfied. On the day of the shoot, we lug our gear to the site and prepare the place to achieve maximum effect. Being a photographer means being a people person. We need to judge each subject separately and take an appropriate approach for each. If we are shooting portraits, shy clients must be engaged in conversation to help them forget the camera, while jokes and light conversation help with the confident ones. We are always moving around, directing and moving subjects into flattering angles for their body and face shapes to get the best effect. Shooting can take hours until we get the perfect shot, as light, subject, emotion and composition are all critical elements of a successful photograph. The photographer, like an artist, should have a strong vision. He should be able to express it in the most effective way possible, because in photography, the technical and the creative go hand in hand.
Speaker 5.
What do architects do daily? That's a question we often hear when we give talks about architecture. But to put it simply, we attend to our respective duties, such as designing, attending meetings, having consultations, etc. Sounds simple, huh? Well, not really. Architecture is perhaps one of the most sought after and admired professions. We are responsible for planning, designing and overseeing the construction of houses, office blocks, apartments, etc. However, not all architects have similar duties and responsibilities, and our job scope changes with time. In large firms where there are several practicing architects, a junior might perform fewer demanding tasks as compared to the senior, accomplished architects. They research building codes, zoning and legal filings, draft plans from senior partners' designs, and sometimes build models under the supervision of experienced architects. Senior architects don't spend much time designing. Instead, they attend meetings, consult with senior partners, oversee projects, and engage with clients. Skills, age and experience play a critical role in success, and the transition from a junior to an accomplished architect can take around 7 to 10 years. Some of the most successful architects are good communicators who can negotiate and win deals as they articulate their vision and get their designs approved a lot faster.